and we got to talk about the one and only CJ Stroud. So as you guys know, as of right now, CJ Stroud is dealing with, quote, a injury. He is dealing with a shoulder injury, and the Texans guys are being very, very cautious. So to start today's live, raw, uncut NFL talk, we got to answer this question. Are the Texans being cautious, or is there more going on with CJ Stroud's shoulder than what they're letting off to be? The reason why this is a question, guys, the reason why we're talking about this, because I want to flash back to last season a little bit. I want to flash back to CMC. When Christian McCaffrey and the San Francisco 49ers were rolling out, they said, if this was a regular season game, CMC would be playing. The very next day, the man was out there in like Germany trying to get double Achilles tendonitis fixture or something. He ended up playing like 6 games last season, right? It was just crazy, right? But let's dive into this. Let's talk about this, guys. CJ Stroud hasn't thrown a pass yet during any media availability during OTA sessions so far this season. That's not a rumor. That is straight from the field. That is what we have seen, and that is what we have knowledge. What we have seen is CJ Stroud handing the ball off in workouts. And when it comes to actually slinging it, nothing, nada, zilch. We haven't seen him throw the football yet. Now, head coach DeMeco Ryans addressed it, saying that there are no concerns and chalked it up to just general soreness. He even doubled down, saying they're just being precautionary with their Pro Bowl quarterback. Sounds reasonable on the surface, right? But this is where things start to feel a little murky. Flashback to CMC, like I just said. When asked if CJ Stroud would throw next week at the Texas mandatory minicamp, Ryans didn't answer. When asked if CJ Stroud had any offseason treatment done on his shoulder, again, no answer. Just a vague, he'll be ready when he's ready. So what's going on here? Look, guys, CJ Stroud took an absolutely beating last season. He was sacked 52 times, second most in the entire league. And when it came to pressure rate, 38.6% of his dropbacks. So a third of the time when he was dropping back, there was somebody in his face. Again, second most in the NFL. And that playoff loss to the Kansas City Chiefs, my Kansas City Chiefs, he was sacked 8 times. Not 5, not 6, not 7, but 8 times. The man was sacked 8 times with the Kansas City Chiefs in that postseason game. So of course he's sore. Of course they're being careful. But this is just not soreness. Why dodge the simple questions? Why not say, yeah, he had a little treatment, no big deal. He's on schedule. Instead, we get a shoulder shrug. I don't know. It is what it is. And this is where the plot thickens. Houston is not sitting on his hands. The Texans blew up that offensive line. Gone. Pro Bowl left tackle, Laramie Tunsil. Gone. Left guard, Keenan Green. And gone. Right guard, Shaq Mason. That trio made 41 combined starts in 2024. In their place, Cam Robinson, Trent Brown, Laken Tomlinson, Ed Ingram. They even traded up in the draft with Minnesota to draft a tackle as well. Hearsay, right? That's not a little touch-up. That's a full O-line renovation. On top of that, they canned their offensive line coach and their offensive coordinator. Offensive line coach, he gone. Chris Staggers, he gone. In come Cole Popovich and Nick Chanley. It's clear, guys, DeMeco Ryans isn't letting history repeat itself, especially not with CJ Stroud's health on the line. So, guys, where does this leave us? Yes, I understand it is June. We are a long, long way from week 1. The Texans say there's no concerns, but no matter how you frame it, your franchise quarterback is not throwing during OTAs is something. Especially when you're coming off a season where the kids spent half the time getting peeled off the turf. The Texans have Super Bowl aspirations in 2025, and they want to make that leap. They need CJ Stroud healthy. They need CJ Stroud upright in 2025. Everything they've done this offseason, from the roster to the staff, points to that being the plan. But what happens if the shoulder issue just isn't just general soreness? That's the $1 million question. So, guys, let me ask you this question in the comments down below. Do you guys believe DeMeco Ryans when he says there's no concern with CJ Stroud? Or should Texans fans be a little bit worried heading into this season? Guys, this is a live interactive show. We're live every Monday through Friday at 9 p.m. East Coast time right here at youtube.com/manhour. But let's hear your thoughts. Let's hear your thoughts. Laura says, but we'll come up with something in our pigskin chat. Want to see what's the bet is become the pundit this year. There you go. There you go. So Laura and I got a Pacer Thunders bet going on. Let's do it, baby. Alpha Rob says they didn't say what happened to his shoulder. You know what happened, Alpha Rob. He got his ass whooped last season. That's what happened. He may have got a rotator cuff surgery. He may have torn a bicep. He may have strained a tricep. He may have hurt that AC joint that Brock Purdy did, right? When you repeatedly get your ass kicked over and over and over, what was it? The second most sacked, what was it? 56 times, 52 times last season? It's going to hurt, baby. But Old Man River wants to be old wise man here. Old wise pigskin pundit.
Pigskin pundit.
You want to be the old wise pig. They're just being cautious. They're just being cautious with CJ Stroud. If they're being so cautious, Old Man River, come out and say, yeah, he's sore. Yeah, it's June. We got 3 months till the season starts. Suck it, baby. But that's not what they did. Like, I don't know what's wrong. It's just general soreness. He slept on his shoulder wrong. The man's like 25 years old. You do not sleep wrong in your bed. Now, if you're my age, if you're Old Man River's age, if you're Laura's age, if you're Real McCoy's age, Mel and Mike, Alpha Rob's age, we sleep on our pillow wrong. We're going to wake up walking like this for a couple days. That's just the way it is. But the man's in the 20s. General soreness. Get out of here. Alpha Rob says soreness, that playoff game was in January. He should be healed by now. Facts, Alpha Rob. Alpha Rob, just drop your mic, man, and walk away. That game was 6 months ago. Let's say 5 months ago. My bad. The game was 5 months ago. If you are still sore, something is wrong, my man. If you are still sore 5 months later, it was just not a general bruise. Something tore, something strained, something is wrong. Old Man River says, if they say it takes more time to heal, follow the science. Then say that, Old Man River. If he is healing up still from 5 months ago, say that. Like, hey, his shoulder's effed. He just needs some more time to rush. Hey, we're 3 months away. We're still 3 months away from the season. Like, listen, let's pretend I'm D'Amico Ryans. Old Man River says, hey, we noticed that CJ Stroud hasn't been throwing at practice. Is something wrong with him? Look, man, the guy got effed up last season. He got sacked 52 times, second most in the NFL. He was pressured damn near 40% of every drop back. He needs some time to heal. He needs a time to realize, like, hey, we got a long, brutal Super Bowl push next season. We're not going to throw him out into the wolves. That's what CJ Stroud should have said. That's what he should have said. But Real McCoy's like, whoa, slow it down, baby. He got a torn rotator cuff. And that very well could be. Because a torn rotator cuff, as you do, you get mobility back, right? Pretty much right away, just as much pain tolerance as you can. Me, a former recovering rotator cuff surgery twice now, right? You are back to about 80% about 5-6 months in. It's been about 5-6 months since that playoff game. Now, you are not fully ready to go for about 9 months. Let's just be 100% honest there. So if that were the case, real McCoy, you might be onto something, brother. You might be onto something. Laura says he took a beating last season, hands down. He needs better protection, and that's why they let Laramie Tunsil, the most overrated offensive tackle in the league, go. They're saying, hey, go away. Go away.